Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Game of Trades, and this is going to be a video on Canopy Growth Corp, and when we can start to buy the stock, because as most of you know, I am bullish on the stock, at least in the long term. So it'd be interesting to see, based on a technical standpoint, when we can objectively long this stock, which is known to have some nice big percentage moves within a short amount of time. You can see this is a 400% move within a half a year. So this is a weekly chart, as you can see. So let's get right into it. Make sure to like and subscribe, by the way, if you haven't already. Yeah, so as you can see, this is log scaling, which is what I always use for Canopy Growth and other pod stocks and other penny stocks and anything that, again, has big percentage moves like this. What log scaling does is it puts all of these moves in equal proportions. So when you have a stock that starts off at around under $2 and finishes at $60, or $57 it is at now. Well, you have to use log scaling to be able to paint a perfect technical picture of all of these moves, or else it doesn't. It just appears very weird. Like these moves are tiny, whereas they're actually pretty big moves. Bigger than the ones we've had in 2018. You can see there's a trend line here that you only see again on log scaling. This does not appear without log scaling. A trend line with 1, 2, 3 reactions, which makes it an official trend line that people are looking at. And currently we are forming some kind of a triangle pattern. This is not the first time that we see a triangle pattern on Canopy Growth. You can see right here, we have a triangle pattern. And when it broke out, bounced off the trend line and led to this nice move, and that captured almost the entire move. Again, almost, no, 400% move from the break of trend line, from the break of, the downtrend line, the break of the triangle pattern, and that is what I am looking for right now. A breakout of this pattern in either direction would probably mean would probably dictate the next coming months for Canopy Growth, for Aurora Cannabis, and most of these other stocks. Canopy Growth for me looks extremely interesting just because of this just super simple triangle pattern that I've been looking at for a while. And it could, again, a triangle pattern can break either way, but in my opinion, I think it'll break up, and I think these stocks still have more room on the upside, considering how we've been pretty much sideways trading for a year and a half now. Yeah, 462 days of side trading where we've gone pretty much nowhere. So you could have said beginning of 2018, end of 2017, that we were overvalued in these stocks, but now we've had a huge period of consolidation. I think we can start to move higher. So let's go in the daily chart and see how it's looking. Things that I'm looking for on Canopy Growth. So again, this is a triangle pattern, the uptrend line. Alright, what is this? This is what I'm looking for right now, and this is divergence. So most of you know I trade mostly based on divergence, and you can see this was a period of downtrend for Canopy Growth, but towards the end of the trend, we had the MACD starting to make higher lows while the price was continuing down. And that is not something that we have here, but it is something that I'm looking for because this is exactly what led to this huge, powerful rally in Canopy Growth. So if we start to, come back to this trend line, bounce off of it, come back down to this uptrend line, we'll have some nice divergence both on the MACD and RSI, like we did here, and that would set us up for a nice move up and break out of this pattern, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Um, so again, I'm looking for a test in some way, shape, or form. It can be like this. It can be like this, off of this downtrend line. A test of this uptrend line to then break out impulsively. And if you want even more confirmation, we have to break out above the all-time highs for this to be extremely bullish. A breakout of this triangle pattern would obviously be very bullish, but break above all-time highs will be extremely bullish, especially without divergence on the MACD. If we burn through these divergences, again, it will be extremely bullish for the stock, and we'll definitely have a nice long position on the trade. And looking back here at this triangle pattern that we had in 2017, beginning of 2017, we did have some kind of divergence. This is almost divergence on the RSI, and that is pretty much what I'm looking for right now. Some type of divergence like this. Price makes a lower low, RSI makes a higher high, higher low, sorry, and then we have a nice breakout. It doesn't even have to be an impulsive breakout. You can see, although this is probably a double-digit percentage breakout. Yeah, this is a nice 20% move. But yeah, this simple breakout and then another back test of this trend line, and then we started going higher up. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. Obviously, you have to be careful with these stocks, with wheat stocks, because just a simple down move like this, a false breakout of the downtrend line and come back to test the uptrend line would be a 60% down move. So that's not the kind of red number that you would want to see on your portfolio. So again, you have to be prepared to have some pretty big losses on this. If I'm wrong about the breakout, I have to have my stop set and a small position, a small position size that, I have to accept potentially losing, 10-20% of it if things don't go my way. Although I do think they will go my way. I really don't see this playing out any other way. So that's about it on Canopy Growth. If you guys want a review of other wheat stocks like or cannabis or one of the weed ETFs there are, I can do that for you. Just drop a comment. Otherwise, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already.